Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anisa, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I have linked to will be linked to down below in the description. And let's get right into the video. Also, I try and go live on Fridays. I upload on Wednesdays and Sundays, and here I am applying these new bomb nails. I think they're extra long C-curve tips, I think. I think they're the 3X ones or the 2X ones. But yes, you guys, these are, sorry if you can hear my little smoke detector beeping. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, hopefully it stops doing that and it's not gonna do that through this whole video. But I'm using those tips and KDS glue, and I do use the hurry up spray, I believe, because sometimes these tips, they don't want to work. Not tips, but like sometimes it doesn't want to stick. Like it'll fit the nail, like the sizing is right, but it just won't stick down. I don't know why it does that sometimes. But this nail, it had acrylic on it, so that's why I sprayed it first. And when you spray the glue, like the hurry up spray, either on the nail tip or the finger. So if you spray it on the finger like I did, you don't want to touch the applicator to the finger, or you don't want to drop the glue directly on the finger because it'll dry up instantly. So there kind of is like no point in doing it that way. You're gonna have to put it on the tip. So if you spray it on the tip, you're gonna have to put the glue on the finger, or it's just gonna dry on the tip. So yes, be careful when you do that. Don't get the glue everywhere if you're gonna spray it. If you feel like it's not a secured thing, like it's not very stuck on there, it's loose, go ahead and spray the hurry up spray while you're holding the nail down, and it should stick better. So now I'm going to cut the nails with some tip cutters I got from Amazon, and I'm going to match them up. As you're going to see, the right hand middle finger and the right hand pinky, they were too long. I don't know what happened because all the other fingers matched, but now that I watched the video back like 5 times while I was editing it, I can see that she held her middle finger and her pinky a little bit above, because like your nail beds aren't 100% even, right? So she held it above the thing, not the thing. Her cuticles, they weren't lined up, okay? So one was too high, the other one was like low. So it looked like it matched up in the moment, like you see here how it's uneven, and I thought it matched, but then it ended up not. After I moved on and put the acrylic and all that stuff, it didn't match. Like you see the ring fingers here, they match, but then the pinkies, one of them was higher than the other, even though I like tried to like go back and do all that, and I still cut it multiple times and the pinky was still too long. Like, what? I don't understand how that happens. But now I'm using a Carlash 8080 grit file to just shape up the nails very gently. There's nothing much to do to these because they're not super deep, and they kind of matched her side walls perfectly, so there's not very much to do. And I'm using my 180 grit sanding band now to blend in the tips to the natural nail without touching the natural nail. My drill is up on like 4 or 5 at that point to just blend it in. So here is the little primer trio I use. So this is Mia Secret Dehydrator, and this is step 1, right? After I had already got all the dust off by using Swipe and a manicure brush, now I'm dehydrating. So I'm using the acid primer right now. I don't know why that fell, but I'm using acid primer. And in the background, I have blue shop towels. I get those from Amazon, so that will be linked in the description. And I just do 1 coat of this, being very careful to not get it onto the skin. And I'm not trying to oversaturate the nails at all. I'm just trying to get it on there, make sure everything is covered. If you leave a little gap, like if you do it with like all 3 products, it might cause lifting. So here I am using the actual Mia Secret primer. I use all 3 of these because it works pretty well for me, especially on myself. And I do like a lot of dishwashing and all that stuff. So if you're in like water a lot, try like an acid primer, or try whatever primer you use if it works for you. But this has been working for me because the Mia Secret primer works really good for me, just like the primer dehydrator that worked for me. But I also add in the acid primer for extra coverage, like protection. So now I'm using a thin layer of JC Beauty Concepts Clear. I'm using the JC Beauty Concepts Monomer and the Beetle size 10 brush. And this is not for building up strength. This is for literally fills. Honestly, this is just for like primer and product retention and fills. So I'm going to let you guys watch this, and I will be back when I'm on to the next step. So now it's time for the color application. I'm using the Net Like Lucy Optic White, and you guys can see kind of in the corner a little bit. I have the dapping dishes I was talking about in my previous haul video that will be linked up in the cards, as well as a couple other videos like how I shape my nails, and other related videos that I like that I've done, videos I think that you'll enjoy from watching this video, like related videos. So yes, I did this set in 1 hour and 45 minutes. I was very proud of myself. These are pretty long. I could have gone in with my size 12 and it probably would have gone a little bit faster, but I'm using my size 10 here, like I said earlier. And I'm sorry about this angle. We did this on the day that she had to go to work, and so that's why you can see, like, on her right hand, her thumb and her middle finger have acrylic on it still, or is it her index finger? One of her fingers has acrylic on it still. So yeah, that's why I didn't mess with the camera as much, is because like I kept asking her, is it good, is it good, is it good, and she kept saying yes. And this camera was, ooh, the amount of stuff I edited out, like I was like, dang. But we got a whole video out of it. It's good. It's not as bad, but some parts aren't in frame. And I didn't upload Wednesday of this week, so this was the video I was supposed to upload on Wednesday. I still have an issue with my hand. I don't know what's wrong with it. My mom says she thinks it's a pinched nerve or something like that, because my ring finger and my pinky finger, they're not going like 100% straight, and I can't really move them all the way. And like same thing with like a little bit of my middle finger, but hopefully it gets figured out soon. So that's why. And I do like a typing job, so when it was like time to edit, my hand would like hurt way too much to like edit. Like even at work my hand was hurting, and I work from home, by the way, so I was like, what the heck is happening? And I told my mom, and she was like, it'll be fine, just do this. And so I've been doing what she's been telling me to do, so hopefully it goes away. It's been feeling better after having like resting after work yesterday, which was Friday, and then today, which is Saturday the 10th, doing like when I'm doing this voiceover. This video is kind of old, kind of not. I still have to do my I Made It Monday set, which I'm going to attempt to do today. So yes, and my Amazon stuff for my haul has came. I already did my bomb nails. Like, I already recorded that for that part. I did my Nut Like Lucy part. So all I have to do is record the Amazon stuff and edit that. So that haul will be up pretty soon. I got a request to show how I'm like organizing my acrylics and stuff with my hooks that I had bought from Amazon and my spice racks and all that. So that will be going up next Sunday. Hopefully, if I can find those hooks, because I actually lost them somewhere in my room. So I'll have to look for that. So yes, we are at the end of the white application for the most part. It's just very simple. I hope you guys don't mind me talking through this part, but I want to explain what I was doing, what was going on. So here I saw that there's like, you can see right there how there's like a separation of like a little bit lighter white and then like the rest of the nail, and there's like a little gap. So I filled that in, and now I'm encapsulating the nails with clear. And I've never had this happen to me where the monomer got like weird. It was kind of gross. I thought it was gross. It got like gloopy. That has never happened to me. Like, unless I left the monomer in my dapping dish like overnight or something, then it's gotten like thick. But it was just thick. Like, it wasn't anything weird. So I just poured it out and like washed dapping dish. But like, this was different. It was like a little chunk. It wasn't even like acrylic. It was like slime. Honestly, it was like a little thing of slime at the bottom. And you'll see me change out my brush because I thought it was my brush. Like, you see me look at it like, what the heck is happening? And I was like, what? Like, and the clear started like beating up weird. So I was like, oh no, like I got my brush gunked up. But no, it was not the case. And I think it's because I didn't flip my paper towel, because like, as you can see, I never let it get this saturated. But like I said, we were going. So yeah, it kind of like, it freaked me and her out. She was like, what? And then she was like, here, get a paper towel. I was like, what's going on? But we worked it out, and you could build up the entire nail with the whites. But I decided not to. I just don't like that for myself personally, because I know how long it takes me to apply the color and make it even. So imagine me trying to do strength and structure. Here I am. You can see my legs because of the angle, but here I am changing, and then I just scooped all of it out. I was like, what is that? And I was like, I'm not even gonna try and pick up a bead. And she told me, like, in the moment, she said, you really trust them paper towels? Because I just poured the monomer all in paper towels. But you see, the rest of the area is clean. And I choose a clean spot of that paper towel to, like, for this, because it was only like, what, 2 nails left. Very little monomer needed. I love the little candle holders as the dapping dishes. They are amazing. The link to that in the description. I really recommend that if you're looking for a nice big dapping dish, because don't get me wrong, I love the small ones, but I'm like constantly refilling, refilling it. And especially when you're doing like longer nails, like my sister and me, we like long nails, so like you have to constantly refill, and it just takes so much time. So I just went ahead and bought these bigger ones, so I've been looking for a bigger one for a long time. I think Jamilita, she like recommended them like in like a 1-minute video or something, and I was like, all right, I'm buying it. And I bought it. It came really quickly, and they're amazing. So I really recommend these as dapping dishes. I don't know how they would be as actual like candle holders or like whatever they're used for, but yes. On like her right hand, I believe it was, I could not build up the apex at all. I just could not do it. I don't know what it was. And here I am showing you how I clean up. So I just go ahead and use like the dry side of the paper towel, like roll up the wet ones, all that, and then I put it in a gallon Ziploc bag to keep the smell from like lingering. And then I put my brush into some JC Beauty Concepts brush cleaner. It works so well. You don't need to leave it in there for a really long time. I think on the bottle it says like 30-second increments of you like leaving it in the monomer, wiping off your brush. Like that's really all you need. If you let it soak in there for a couple of seconds, maybe like a minute or two, all the acrylic is out. So yes, I love that brush cleaner. It doesn't dry out your brush. I've actually left my brushes in there multiple times overnight. That's a very bad thing to do. It can dry out all the hairs on your brush. It can melt your bristles, like crazy stuff. So do not do that. I've done that like 4 times, not paying attention. So make sure you watch your stuff. But now I'm using a Carlash 8080 grit hand file, and I'm reshaping the nails. As you saw by the little like lower third card. And I love these files still. They work very, very well. I only use like 8080 grit hand files for the most part. I bought some more, but you'll see that pretty soon. Yes, so I'm just redefining the shape. And after this, I'll be going in with my hand file, my e-file. I did more hand filing than I usually do. I don't know why. I've been trying to learn how to hand file the nails better other than shaping, because I think I'm okay with shaping, but like in like hand filing, like the surface of the nail, I don't know, I can't do it for some reason. But here I am redefining this finger. Yeah, this was the one I had issues with trying to get the apex on. I don't like very boxy nails, so that's why when you see me do like the little side thing when I like swoop it, it's trying to like fix that. But I'm using a Pana 5-in-1 drill bit, and here's when I caught that the middle finger was longer. After the application process, after like shaping up the nails, I caught it and I was like, what? Like you can see, like lining it up, for some reason it got even longer than before. And I'm taking the pinky down too, because like I said, the pinky was longer than the other one. So you just want to match those up, and the fastest way to take it down is with the drill. Don't waste your time and try and get it with the hand file, because you'll be there for like a while. So go in with the drill first at a high speed, take it down to as far as you can, and then hand file it to make it go straight, or to make it like even and all that stuff. So yes, that's my little tip on why I did that. So now I'm sealing the cuticle, and I'm just kind of like smoothing out the overall surface of the nail. But I don't know why, but this bit specifically leaves me a lot of like ridges in the nail. And it's not even like uniform ridges, it's just some spots where I put like uneven pressure, it gives me like an uneven result. So that's why I go in with the 180 grit sanding band and the buffer, but I recommend buffing after you hand file and e-file anyways, to make everything smooth and uniform. So yes, so here I am, what is it called, sealing the cuticle with the 5-in-1 bit and just going around the overall surface of the nail, and I'll be back at the next step. So I flipped her hand over to see what she's looking at, and this just helps me get the free edges a lot straighter, a lot more even. And I'm using my little mini dust vacuum to clean up all the dust. while I go on to the next step. And always dust off the nails so you can see what you're doing. Even though I'm going to go in and create more dust, I want to make sure I can see what I'm doing, so I don't accidentally cut her, anything like that, or cut myself with the drill. So I'm, like I said earlier, I'm using the 180 grit sanding band to smooth and refine the surface of the nails, even though before they weren't really lumpy. It's just that going in with all these things, with the hand file, with the with the hand file, I put in scratches doing that. It is like quite a coarse grit at that. It's 80/80, so it's going to put in scratches. And then with the Pana 5-in-1 drill bit, the uneven pressure, put in deep scratches. So the 180 grit sanding band with the e-file gets it out real quick, and you see I'm done with that, so I just threw it away. And now I'm going in with a reds buffer, and this smooths out the nails and gets out all of the scratches, because it makes all the scratches go uniform, which is what you want, especially when you're doing like gel polish, whether it's like top coat or like actual color application. You need like uniform scratches in the nail. You don't want it to be 100% smooth, and you don't want it to be too bumpy and lumpy. You want it like a nice even surface. So that's what this buffer is going to do. So now I'm making sure it lines up, and you can see it didn't line up. So I'm just using my hand file because it wasn't that much. If it was like a big like gap, like one nail was like significantly longer, I would go back in with the e-file, but it wasn't. So hand file it is. Yes. So now I'm going to go in and make sure this hand is all nice and straight and even, and dust off the nails one more time, because it is now top coat application time. And make sure there's no acrylic on the skin. There's like these like little tabs of acrylic sometimes that get like wrapped underneath. You want to make sure you get those off, and get all the dust off the hands, the front of the hand, the back of the hand, because if that gets into your top coat is like ruined. And she wanted to use a little vacuum, so I let her use it. And these bits in here are dirty, so that's why I put it in there. If it was, I had to clean that and then clean the bits. So yeah, that's why I put it in there. But I'm using my cordless, what's that called? Cordless lamp. I love it. This is Model 1's top coat, and me and her, I cut it out, but we were trying to figure out how do we like use the lamp. I've used it before, but I didn't know what to do with it. So I figured out how to use it. I ended up charging it for the first time. The instructions are kind of scary. They tell you like don't leave it on for too long or you'll like mess up the battery. It's like weird. So we learned how to like flip the numbers around and all that stuff. And with this top coat, I love it. But the one thing is, you see me keep like wiping the wand part, like the clear part, on my nail. That's because the gel, it would drip. I don't think I captured the first nail on camera, but it dripped and it got on me. Like, I was like, what? Because it confused me. I was like, what is happening here? And I was like, once you look at it, you can see that there's gel in the very top of the thing, and it was dripping down. So you want to wipe off the wand really good, because of the consistency is a little bit on the thinner side, well, the medium to thin side. So you want to make sure you get that very, very good. Wipe off the excess gel from the nail, well, like the sides of the nails, or you're gonna mess your shape up and have to go in and refile, which you do not want to do, which I ended up having to do on like 1 or 2 nails on the opposite hand or this hand, because look at what she's doing. You see this? How she's like has her fingers like curled all the way underneath her. So now the gel is like running and dripping on the sides. Even though I did wipe it off, she still kept her hand in that position. So yes, I decided to cure the thumbs with the whole hand this time. And next up, I'm going to be using Blossom Cuticle Oil, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I will link to will be linked to down below in the description. You can follow me on my social medias and message me anything. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.